In this mobility set, we're going to be doing some lower back relief. So if you have pain in your lower back, this is a great set for you. We're going to come down to the ground and taking your feet out about the width of your mat, I want you to lay back and bring your hands out to the sides. You can actually bring them all the way out to the sides. We're going to drop your knees to one side, come back to the center, and then drop them over to the other side. I love this movement. It's actually deceivingly easy. Although if you feel any pain in your lower back as you do this or hear any cracking, you can limit the range of motion and just make it smaller. You don't have to go all the way down to the floor with your knee. You can just come wherever you feel like it's a good stretch. Let's do 2 more on each side. 2, 2, and last one. Okay, then bringing those feet up. This move is a core move that strengthens really small muscles. So the first and most important thing in this move is to bring your lower back down towards the ground. You want your lower back to be kissing the ground. And then there are 2 levels of options here. You can start with your feet on the ground and raise one foot up, and then bring it down, and raise the other foot and bring it down. All the while, keeping that lower back down, pressed down to the ground. Now, if you want to make this a little bit harder, bring both feet up, pressing that lower back down to the ground, and drop your heel instead of raising it. So this is a very important move because we are strengthening all of the supporting muscles of our core. A lot of times our lower back hurts because we're actually activating the big muscles in our body and not the small supporting ones. So what mobility does is it helps us to strengthen the little muscles and also stretch the little muscles. Okay, let's do 2 more on each side. Really press that lower back down towards the ground. Last one. Last one. And then if you've got your feet up, bring them down one at a time. Release that lower back and then turn over onto your side. Press yourself onto your hands and your knees. So we come into our hands and knees. And I want you to find sort of a middle spot with your spine. You're not arched up and you're not pressed down. You're in the middle. That's your neutral spine. Then extend your opposite leg and opposite arm. So I have my left arm up, my right leg up. This is much harder if you do the same ones. So hold it here and flatten your hips as much as you can to be parallel to the ground, and then drop that hand and foot and switch over to the other side. So I'm raising my right arm and my left leg down. And now we drop down. Trying to stay steady. Now we're going to alternate sides. So switching, switch, switch, and switch. So this one, switch, is strengthening little muscles in your back. Switch, switch. And actually the trick is to keep your hips square to the ground as much as is possible. Switch, 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 and 2 more on each side. Switch, switch, last one, switch, and switch. Whew. And then sit back on your heels. If that's uncomfortable, don't We're not going to be here for very long. We're coming back onto our back. Actually, we're coming onto our side. So you're going to come onto your side, lying here. Bring your hand out so that it's parallel with your shoulders, and then bring the other hand out to the other side. So now you're twisting. And if it's not comfortable to have your hand to the ground, you can just keep it up off the floor. Look towards the hand that is opposite your knees. That hand, I want you to follow with your gaze and close your hands together. So bring your hands together and then open that hand back out, following the hand with your gaze. And this is called, well, I like to call it open and close the book. And this is our final move in our mobility set here. But this is great. This is a move you can do in bed, before you go to bed, when you wake up. It's just a really nice way to open up your spine. And let's do 2 more. Last one. And then switch over to the other side. I'm going to swivel, but you can just turn over. Remember, you're bringing your other hand out parallel to your shoulders. The other one comes out in the other direction so that you've got a twist in that spine. Knees up, and then we bring the hands together and then apart. Inhale as you bring the hand towards the other one, and then exhale as you open. Inhale, closed. Exhale, open. And let's do 2 more on this side. Last one. And then if you want, you can just come onto your back and enjoy a moment of quiet relaxation. I'm going to say goodbye and thank you very much for joining me.